in regards to the matter.
Trouble at the terminal ends with 3 women in handcuffs, and tonight, police say it all started over baggage fees moments before a Philadelphia-bound Frontier flight. Deputies say the trio forced their way onto the plane, and when law enforcement told them to get off the plane, they refused. CBS News Miami's Anna McAllister is your reporter live at Miami International Airport, where the outbursts happened. Anna?
Lauren, just imagine this. You just boarded your flight, you're waiting to take off, but then 3 people on your flight, they get into it with deputies and the flight staff, and then everyone is forced to deplane, including yourself. Well, that's what happened over the weekend when this Frontier flight was heading to Philadelphia, and these 3 women, they got into it with not only law enforcement, but the staff there. Check out this cell phone video of the moment that these 3 women had to deboard the plane in handcuffs. Check this out.
You look good. We're not going to do nothing. Enjoy prison, baby.
This happened last night at MIA after 26-year-old Devonna Cochran, 21-year-old Diajana Cochran, and 30-year-old Nafisa Dockery refused to get off their Frontier flight. Now, according to the arrest reports, it all started after a Frontier worker told them they would have to pay for their baggage. Investigators say that they refused and then got into an argument with the employee. After the employee told them that they would not be allowed on the plane unless they paid for their baggage, they stormed onto the plane. Deputies were called, they went onto the plane, and they told the 3 of them that they had to get off. Well, the arrest report states that the deputies, they asked them multiple times, but they refused. Law enforcement was then forced to have the entire plane evacuate in order to arrest this trio. And during the struggle, deputies say that Dockery spit on a woman. And we showed Frontier passengers the video of the women being escorted off the plane. Here's the reaction.
Let's break this down in plain English, because this is where people start dancing around a real issue. What you saw wasn't just people acting up. It was people showing you exactly how they carry themselves when they are consequences involved. That's the part a lot of folks skip over. Anybody can make a mistake. That happens. But how you act after the situation goes left, that tells you everything. Here's what this actually looks like. You're already being removed from a flight. That means something already went wrong. At that point, most people are trying to calm things down, figure out what happens next, maybe even feel a little embarrassed. That's normal reaction. But instead, what you saw was the opposite. It turned into more noise, more attention, more behavior that made the situation worse. And that's where people start saying, okay, this isn't just a one-off. Think about being on that flight. You're just sitting there. Maybe you got a connection to, you got a connection to catch, right? Maybe you're traveling with your kids. Maybe you got somewhere important to be, and now everything is delayed because a few people decided to